Alright guys, well I'm back today with another high value and budget red dot review, and this is the Midten S02 Motion Awake Mini Red Dot, and it's available on Amazon. This particular model fits the RMR footprint, and if you're a little confused about footprints, whether it's the RMR or Dr. Cut MOS plate adapter system, I've got full videos explaining all of this on my channel, so subscribe and consider watching those. You can also click that notification bell at the bottom of this video, allowing you to be notified of new videos discussing deals and other red dot options. But let's dig into this. Before we get too far into the review of this high value and budget red dot, I do want to give a huge shout out to Nautilus Ammunition for providing the ammo to help make this video. These guys also have the code 704 Tactical to save you some money, and they are doing a giveaway on a Hollow Sun rifle dot right now, so that is a great option if you are interested in that. Definitely check these guys out. Now, what makes this optic unique is the fact that it's got a lot of specs and features, included options in the box to mount it to a wide variety of platforms, and it comes in at the $100 price point, so $99.99. These generally sell for $115, but they're on sale on Amazon right now, and Midten sent this out to the channel, and we've got a few range trips, so I want to do this full overview. Also, I want to mention that that Amazon link is an Amazon affiliate link, so if you decide to click on it at the end of this video and purchase this optic, it helps out the channel at no extra cost to you, just brings you right to the deal. The first thing I want to mention is the fact that it does come with a lot of stuff in the box, including a really nice instruction manual. A lot of times when you get a high value and budget red dot, they leave a lot of guesswork there. This one does not do that. It includes all of the tools, actually 2 different batteries in the box, so you get 2 of the CR1632 batteries that it runs on, and a full set of screws. This is absolutely great for mounting a red dot to a handgun because each handgun takes different screws, so with this provided screw pack is a really nice touch. Now again, it fits the RMR footprint as you see on this Palmetto State Armory dagger, and if you're interested in the dagger, it's probably one of the absolute best high value and budget 9mm options that is optics ready out of the box, as little as $200 if you follow my channel and head over to the campsite page. A lot of that info is over there. You can also follow me on my other platforms linked in the description below to get yourself the best deals possible on a ton of items, but what you're looking at here can be had for about $350 including the optic, but I digress. Let's continue with what's in the box. It also comes with this mounting plate actually attached to the optic that you remove to mount it to the RMR footprint, but this allows it to be run on a pick rail, so if you run it on top of a slim profile AK or something like a CZ Scorpion, this is a great option that's included in the box. The other cool thing is this is an aluminum base but with steel helicoils and pins, allowing it to be incredibly robust and durable down at the range for whatever you want. It also comes with a hood if you wanted to protect it while it was in your gun case or something like that. You can see how it fits perfectly on top of this Palmetto State Armory dagger. Another feature I want to mention is that motion awake technology. This will go to sleep after about 4 minutes and automatically turn on when it senses motion, which is perfect for a personal defense handgun. In fact, I actually stopped reviewing most red dots without this motion awake technology, so I'm glad to see it's included for the $100 price point. The push button controls are very easy to understand and easy to use, and the adjustments are flush right here, and it includes the tool in the box. The other nice thing about this optic is the fact that it does have a top load battery design, allowing you to swap out the battery without dismounting the optic, allowing it to hold 0 and mount up rock solid. Now let's talk about a few of the cons of this optic, because everything can't be perfect for $100. One of the first things I noticed, it was a little thick, so you can barely see the sights over the top of the optic if you catch it just right, which makes it really difficult to engage your iron sights if the optic were to go down, but it's not the end of the world. You do sacrifice a little bit because it is a top load battery design. It has to be a little bit thicker, so there's always going to be gives and takes with optics. Some of the slimmer profile ones may have a bottom battery that you have to disconnect, and some of the ones that kind of incorporate all the features that you may like run upwards of $200 or $300. So again, there's going to be gives and takes at this $100 price point, but I wish it could be just a touch thinner in my opinion. The next con that I want to discuss is it does have some sharp edges. They're not the worst in the world, but when you're racking this down at the range, you can feel those sharp edges on your hands. Again, just something to consider. I would like to see a slightly better chamfered edges or a more refined finish. Now, when you're looking at the window, it doesn't have like a hood over the top, but it is recessed back a little bit. So if you were to have to chamber around, you're actually going to hit the top right there and not the lens if you were kind of running it against something. But maybe a slightly longer protective hood would also be nice. In summary, it's got a lot of nice features as well internally, including the brightness of the dot. This thing gets insanely bright down at the range, and it will not wash out. It's actually a very crisp and clear 2 MOA dot that you can easily pick up, and this is also IPX7 waterproof rated with a 50,000 hour battery life on the lower settings. But again, it's super easy to swap out that battery every year or so, so it's not that difficult if you wanted to swap it out. So it's got all of the internal features like an incredibly bright dot, a very clear glass, nice waterproof rating, and battery life rating. So it's just a solid dot option. Also, there's not a ton of distortion when the dot hits the edge of the glass. And again, you can see how clear that glass is. There's no blue or green hue. It's just incredibly pleasing to shoot down at the range. One thing I do want to mention about this red dot is the fact that the refresh rate is absolutely great. So a lot of times to save battery life, these companies will do pulse width modulation on the dot, but the refresh rate on this is absolutely perfect. So you can't detect that at all. Like there is no issues with the dot kind of strobing as you're moving quickly. So, I mean, that feels like a really premium dot when you're looking at it down the range. I can highly recommend this red dot, especially at the $100 price point. You get a ton of items in the box. It's super easy to mount. It holds zero incredibly well with no issues under recoil. And we put a lot of rounds through it, including some of the stouter Nautilus 124 grain ammo that really packs a punch with no issues whatsoever. Again, there's a few cons that I discussed in the video, so remember those when comparing it to other red dots, but this gets a thumbs up from me. I can highly recommend it, and I'm a big fan of this red dot, especially when you're pairing it with a high value and budget option like this dagger. It's just the perfect pair. All of the information and linking will be in the description below, as well as linking to my other sites to follow me on if you wanted to get info on a lot of deals like the campsite page. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.